This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with That Prize Guy. We're delighted to be joined on Zoom once again and in an airport once again with Paul Ryan. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Stephen. Thanks for having me. And yeah, in an airport as usual, clocking the miles up.
Here wouldn't be us doing an interview if you weren't in an airport somewhere. It's probably, we're probably going to do interviews in different countries and different airports now. Um, but but I guess you're probably still on a high, Paul. In some ways, obviously, you obviously suffered defeat last time out, obviously in Riyadh. But obviously, I guess the good thing for you straight away is rather than mulling over time and what's next, you're going to fight for the first time in Ireland as a pro in October. Like that, obviously, is a probably a serious buzz for you at the minute.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm really, really buzzing with it. And it's my first time fighting around, and I'm headlining the card as well, which again is what an opportunity on probably the biggest domestic card in recent times, maybe of all time.
It is a serious card. I'm trying not to give Jay too much credit at the moment because the names he calls me on WhatsApp and everything else, and the others see it in the group and stuff we have. But we always like to have a joke with a jag. But like, what a card to be on! Like,
Yeah.
I guess in some ways, Paul, when you look at it, I guess as a fighter coming off a defeat, sometimes you go, "Oh, I'm going to go back. I'm going to be on a 4 rounder. I'm going to be on a 6 rounder." You're back in an 8 rounder main event fighting another obviously Irish domestic fighter in Edward Donovan, a family you know very well. Obviously, I know you're very good friends with Paddy. You and Edward's been very accomplished amateurs as well. Like, would you have thought that this fight would have sort of, I guess, straight off the bat of Riyadh, you're going, what's next? Like, you probably didn't think this opportunity would come.
Yeah, well, when I spoke with Jay originally, the plan, like I said to him, I don't want to get a run out. Like that guy I boxed in the last fight was ranked 25th in the world. So it'd make no sense to go and get some crab in from Bulgaria, tick off 6 rounds. We may as well go straight back into it. I said that to Jay. I told him my intentions. Like, I think I'm that good, so let's keep going at it. He came back to me and he says, "How about Edward Donovan?" I said, 100%. And you can see already like the interest it generated just through having two good level Irish lads there. Whereas had that of being me against someone from Bulgaria or that Eastern European, it wouldn't have got much traction. I would have been midway up the card, half the tickets sold that I already have sold.
So that's obviously the interest that's in it already. I guess not only obviously for people getting to see you fight in your hometown for the first time, but because of the nature of the fight, people know that they can't go, will I go, will I not go? It's like it's straight away, it's like what a fight, let's get there.
Yeah. Sounds like it really, I think it's taken the minds of people now. Like a lot of people are talking about the fight and they're excited about it, and I'm really excited about it. So it's a fight that's going to get you really out of bed, and I know I need to be on my A game because Edward, like I said, like we've talked about, Edward's good stock, very accomplished, going to come to take my head off. I'm going to come take his head off. So that's what sells. It's the show business now. It's entertainment. You need to be given good fights.
Some ways, the two have a lot of similarities. Obviously, Edwards called for domestic fights. I know obviously he lost last time out to Greg O'Brien, obviously due to a cut in the 3 arena, but the two were obviously down that path where he was sort of nearly past domestic level very early on because he were avoided. In some ways it's ironic that obviously the twos are both coming off of defeat, but the twos are fighting each other. That shows the magnitude of the two of you, at the fact that you're going, well, even though we're coming off a defeat, a loss means nothing. I think Paddy Donovan always said records are for DJs, you
Mm.
know.
Yeah.
But like that shows the nature of it too, where it's just not all talk. He's ready to back it up and go mano a mano, and whoever wins, whoever loses, they can still come again.
Yeah, 100%. It's two good fighting men. We're going to get in like that. We're friends. We're not going to be friends in the ring. We'll be friends after, but we're going to get in and get stuck into each other. Be a handshake before it and a handshake after it. Like I said, I like Edward, but that's it now. It's mano a mano, like you said. And I think it's a testament to the both of us. It shows the shift now in professional boxing. We're kind of getting away from that Mayweather effect where you need to have a zero. You need to have a zero. People are kind of realizing now that you can have a good loss and a bad win. So you have a good loss, you get in, get stuck in, have a good fight, good war. You get rewarded, you get brought back. I think Saudi are showing that now. They're giving these guys the opportunities, and you might fall short, but you're going to get another crack.
Very much so. Like, say, like some people sort of look at it now and they go, like that Mayweather and go with somebody gets a defeat and go, that's the end. Like Irish boxing's proven that people love good domestic fights. Like I think I said to Jay in an interview yesterday, Rudy Farrell lost his first domestic fight to Colin Murphy for the Celtic title a couple of years ago. Since then, he's become Celtic champion. He's become Irish champion. He's now going to defend his Irish title on the biggest card, the historic all Irish world title fight between Paddy and Lewis. Like it shows that if you're willing to step up and take them chances, you might fall short in one, but you can come back again and you can go probably further than you probably thought you were going to go the first time.
Yeah, you need to back yourself. I think we need to get rid of the Instagram boxers. There's too many people out there now that want to have professional boxer in their Instagram bio, but don't want to have the real fights. If you get offered these real fights and you're not taking them, good luck. Sling your hook. There's no time for you. Have your one or two run out to your journeyman. That's fine. Get the cobwebs off. Get a feel for it. Then, you need to be getting stuck in. We need to have good fights. You can't be asking people to sponsor you, people to buy tickets off you, coaches to do your corner, and you're fighting these crabs that are going to do 6 rounds, win 6 rounds to nothing. It does nothing for you. Go shadowbox for the night instead.
When you look at the rest of the card on October 10th, like is it hard not to be excited as a boxer? Like there's obviously fights on that card, but you're probably not going to get to see in the fight on the night because you're preparing for your fight. But like, is it good for you in a way where when your fight's over and the next day you want to watch the fight card back because you're seeing, Kevin Cronin and Cathal Crowley fighting, you're seeing Daniel Sullivan fighting Dean Walsh, you're seeing Sean Murray and Peter Carr going at it, you're seeing Dave Ryan and Tony McGlynn going at it. Like there's 5 really, 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 really good, and on paper 50-50 fights. It could go either way.
Yeah, it's great, and it's just going to build. And I can just imagine now when I get in for my fight, the place is going to be buzzing because, like you talked about, they're all real good clashes of styles. The Cronin and Crowley, they're going to get stuck in. They're going to meet in the centre. They're going to have a good fight. And then O'Sullivan and Dean Walsh, that's a real clash of styles. So again, that's going to be great. So that's just going to keep building, and I can only imagine now. By the time I get in the ring, the roof's going to be lifting off the place.
I was going to say you'll probably need a boat to get into the ring because it'll be like a bloodbath. That much war going on. You'll be going. You have to put armbands on and go. It's a bloodbath here. How we're going to need a new canvas.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think as well, because it's such a good card and there's so much hype around it, everyone kind of going to bring everyone's level up a little bit. Everyone's going to say, right, really get stuck in here. Let's, I'm not going to coast. I'm going to go for it. I think that's going to bring the best out of everyone.
Obviously, the card's been shown worldwide and Triller as well. So perfect audience. Obviously, coming off the back of being on, obviously the WBC tournament in Riyadh, you're going to get another massive exposure. I think Thriller's. I wouldn't even like to say the numbers because they'll probably be so wrong, but Thriller really, really big subscriber numbers on a monthly basis. So like there's a massive audience to be tuning in for, what's going to be a massive night for Irish boxing as well.
Yeah, it's great, and it's a chance to kind of reach across the water. I know it's big in America, so there could be American fans watching, and you get to grow your name there. So you're getting your homegrown fans here that are going to buy the tickets, and then you're getting a chance to grow over across for the Americans as well. So it's a win-win.
When you, Paul, I guess, you obviously now you suffered your second pro defeat. Was it harder taking the defeat to Derek Pomerlein? Was it harder that one, or was it easier, obviously, because of the fact that you knew the level of fighter it was? Talk to me, obviously, in terms of the losses. Was it harder to take that one, or was it easier knowing the level of what he was compared to Rubino?
No, that one killed me. Still does. Cuts me. Genuinely keeps me up at night. I unfollowed all the WBC and everything. I can't even look at them. I'm sick of them. Because do you know what it is? He was the man at the weight. He was this world-rated guy, loads of hype. And let's call a spade a spade. I got in and I boxed the ears off him for 2 rounds. Made it look easy. I wasn't even close. And then he caught me. So it kills me, genuinely. And then I look and he won today, another knockout. He's going to win the tournament. It does. It eats at me, genuinely.
It's one of them, isn't it? I know you said sort of, this is boxing. Like if you've 1 millisecond sort of concentration drop or he throws a lucky punch and lands. Like that's the thin lines of boxing sometimes, and that's probably why it can be more annoying than to go that like you were schooling him badly. He lands a lucky punch, but probably not a lucky punch, but obviously in the grand scheme of things, he lands one punch, changes the fight, and then instantly it's all over.
Yeah, that is professional boxing. But then on the other side of the coin, where it was saying it's a lucky punch, he could have been saying it was a game plan. We're going to close the distance. We're going to get in close. So it's all about the narrative you want to say. But yeah, it's professional boxing with small lines, small margins of error. Them little gloves on were big lads. He had 10 knockouts in 12 fights, so it is a lesson learned, though. I think being up at that level, being at that big event, it's going to just catapult me now,
And like obviously not to keep rubbing salt into the wounds, but it was another fighter that was outside the age limits. It seemed to be, Paul, that they put you in the people that was outside the age limits of what the competition was. It was for people no older than 26, having, was it less than 10 fights? Like that was two fighters you had back to back that were outside.
Yeah, man. That I fought had played in 16 fights, and I think he was 27 or something. The first fella, the Moroccan, he was bleeding 27 and with 16 fights or something like that. But
And I think Pomeroy was the same. I think he had 11. Well, he probably did no more than 10 fights going on, but he's 20. Oh, sorry, he's only 25. I was making him older there.
Look, don't let the truth get out of a good story. We say he was 28 with 15 pro fights.
But I guess that's the annoying part, Paul, of boxing, isn't it? Do you think the fight could have went on? Like they seem to be very quick in throwing a stoppage in rather than a standing 8 count and things like that. Like it just seemed to be something different. You would have seen it on
when I watched it back, because he got a standing 8 count in the first round. So if you're going by that, you could say maybe I could have got a standing 8 count, but there's no point in splitting hairs over it. You have to take your lickings. You learn from it. Keep me hand up a little bit higher. Dip when we're in close. There's little things that we've taken from it that are going to be big things down the line. So it's only a loss if you let it be a loss. If you take it as a lesson, we're going to grow from it. Like I said, this is going to take me on tenfold now. The level I'm going to be at, the level I'm sparring, the level I'm training at now, the fights I've had, it's going to I'll be on a different level now.
Wasn't it? It's sort of going as another experience bank. Do you think of the Rubino fight? You come back from that, bounce back and showed you still had it. You're obviously looking fantastic for 2 rounds against Pomerlein. Obviously, it didn't go your way. But now the next time, what we call it, version 3.0 now, or version 1.3, or
yeah, look, like you only lose when you give up. So had I have thrown my toys out of the pram, I said, "Oh, I'm not, or fuck that, I'm not doing it anymore." This, that, and the other. Then I'm a loser. But I'm regrouped. Me and Screamer sat down. This is what we done wrong. This is what we done well. Make a plan. We're going to fix it. And we're going to keep fixing it. And we're going to keep fixing it. And every time you make a mistake, you fix that mistake. And you keep going. And you just have to keep doing it. Keep the head down. And that's it. You make it work yourself.
October 10th, walking out in the National Stadium. Like, when was the last time you boxed at the National Stadium, Paul? I know you've probably been there watching cards since, but when was the last time you boxed there? It's probably
Yeah, it might have been 2018, that long ago. Maybe even, I think it was 2018, 2019, yeah. It was a long old slog, but we're back now, so feels good to be back.
It's like rekindling with a long lost, like an ex-girlfriend. You're sort of going, I haven't seen you in years, but you're looking fantastic.
Only one, I can't be giving out now. Can I turn this around?
Yeah.
She's like, she's the only one who looks fantastic.
I was sort of used as a metaphor.
Yeah, no, I know. No, it's good. I'm looking forward to being back like that. I have great memories in the stadium, the Irish titles, event internationals in the stadium. So there's a real bit of nostalgia there for me. Some of my best nights are in there. So it's great now for me first one to be back in the stadium. Feels like a real full circle moment now for me.
And like particularly obviously signing with JB Promotions as well. Like you've seen the work Jay's done.
Yeah.
Within 2 years, he'll have done 10 shows. He'll have fighters in the 3 arena card from McConlan and Jack Bateson in September. Like I know he's a former stablemate of yours, obviously, and impeached him as well. Like he's doing incredible things for boxing. So like it must fill you with confidence now to know that in this next level for Paul Ryan, you're going to go to a new level under Jay Byrne.
Yeah, genuinely, Irish boxing in the South was on its knees 2 years ago. Jay Byrne came back and he built it and kept building and took it hard and done the small halls and probably lost money early days, but just kept with it. And now look at where it is. He has a TV deal, like you said. He has fighters on the Tree Arena. He has the biggest. It is the biggest domestic card in probably Irish history with 5 big fights. So he's the reason Irish boxing is back to where it is. And imagine now where we're going to be in 2 more years. You could see him having terrestrial television. You could see him doing his own Tree Arena shows. Like, genuinely, the man is a real servant to Irish boxing, and we're very lucky to have him. And it's great for me. He's shown his faith in me to put me on the main event straight away. So, like you said, I was stable mates with Jay. Me and Jay are good friends. So I think he knows how good I am, and he's showing his faith in me now.
I'm gonna stop talking about Jay now because he'll not be able to get his head out through the door. He's got that much praise. What sort of fight do you envisage with Edward Donovan on October 10th? Like, do you just see it being like a hit and knock, a hit sort of type fight where you sort of stay at mid range? Sort of how do you envisage a fight with you and Edward going?
I don't know, because Edward's a funny fish. He's hard to time. He's unpredictable. He'll be long, he'll be short, he'll be orthodox southpaw. So we're kind of just ticking all the boxes. He's very unpredictable in a good way. So he's hard to kind of get a rhythm and a lot to work on. But I can predict it being a hard fight, a good, tough. Like, we're not going to take a back step. We're not going to back down. He wants to win it as much as I do. This is the winner's going to go on a fight for an Irish title in April. So, no one can afford it.
And that's a sort of dangling carrot, I would say, as well as become an Irish champion as a professional, as well as being an Irish champion as an amateur.
Well, this is it. And as he would be a great scalp for my record. It's going to look great for me to beat him. People are going to look through that box record and say, they look at me last 3 fights and they'll say, Jesus Christ, fair play to Paul, he's taking good fights. And then on the other side of the coin, they look through Edward and they say, Jesus, fair play to Edward, he's taking real fights. These are real fighters. So that's what it's all about. It's all about taking that scalp, moving on. It's a little bit of snakes and ladders type of thing, Winner goes on, moves up, loser gets knocked back a fight or 2, has to rebuild. It's
sort of a shame in some ways that because these are coming off defeats and know the way the BUI work, they're not like other governing bodies. The fact that you can still fight for a title off a defeat, in some ways, it should be for a title at least. It should be, if a Celtic title fight, you're able to fight over 8 rounds, but not fight for a title, which is weird. And I'm not sort of slating the BUI, or anything like that. But if he can fight over 8 rounds, they can sanction a fight over 8 rounds. Why can't they sanction it for a title?
Yeah, all it is just putting a bit of silver on the table, isn't it? It's not really. But the winner, this will be the man at the weight. The winner will go on and fight for the Irish title. That's a guarantee. So that's as good as the Celtic title in its own sense,
And do you know who potentially would be the opposite corner for the title? There seems to be so many dominoes sort of dropping in Irish boxing.
Yeah. There's a lot of moving pieces now at the moment. Obviously, I know Daniel's gone back down in weight. He's going to fight Dean. I think he's a more natural, super welter anyway. Then there's Peter Carr and Sean Murray, but again, they're only doing a 6th rounder, so they'll need to do an 8 rounder to progress. So I have no idea, but to be honest, that's not my job. That's management. So that's where Jay and Butch will work that magic. They make the plan there. My job, get in the ring, put on a good scrap, get the win, and then we reassess.
It's one of them, Paul, isn't it, as well? You can't look too far forward because you don't want to be disrespectful to Edward, and Edward
100%. 100%. I have 8 weeks of hell now to go through with the one goal of beating Edward, and that's all it is. That's all I'm focused on. Every rep I do in the gym, every mile I run, every bit of food I eat, it's all with the intention of beating Edward. That's the only thing I care about. Nothing else matters. For the next 9 weeks, it's mission, beat Edward. That's all.
What do you have to probably not want to use the wrong word, but dislike Edward rather than say hate him, because you're never going to hate him, but in your mind, where do you have to start disliking Edward?
No, this is pure sport. I genuinely like Edward. I have a lot of time. I think he's a really nice fella. I like Paddy. I like the Father Martin. They're good people. I get on very well with them. But for the next 9 weeks, he's the target. It's nothing personal. It's just business. It's not even, the name could be anyone. It could be Edward. It could be Peter Carr. It could be whoever you want. The goal is the same. Get the win. they're just blank. They're a blank canvas. I'm fighting that person in front of me, no matter who they are, what their name is. I have the same intention. Get in and do a job on them.
Would it be a statement to make for any potential foes if you were to stop Edward Donovan?
Oh, 100%. He's like that. I think he's the hardest fight out there now. Anyway, at that weight, like he's the toughest there. He's harder than the other guys at the weight knocking around. So, like I said to you, and for me as well for him. So the winner of this will be the man at the weight, and then we just get the title. The title's just going to. It'll look good around the waist, but this is the real fight at that weight.
I guess there's a potential as well. Like, you know, if it's a really, really good fight and really close and things like that, like it could end up being a rematch for an Irish title.
It's another thought. Yeah, they could definitely do that rematch for the actual Irish title. Didn't they? Did they do that recently with someone?
They done it with Kevin Cronin and Jimmy
That's
Morrissey.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, so that could be done as well. Absolutely.
Do you dream in your head now at this stage of how method of victory comes, or?
Yeah, every morning, every night, and it's the fight I'm thinking of. I'm breaking down. I'm going over it every single time. It's all I'm thinking about. I wake up first thing in my mind. Go to sleep last thing in my mind. You're breaking down all the scenarios, and I'm looking at his footage, and I'm studying them, and I'm trying to pick these pieces I care about. The only thing I care about now is beating Edward Donovan.
It's nearly become obsessive, sort of in a way, hasn't it? You sort of go
absolutely, not 100%. It's become obsessive. That's all I care about.
You're sort of looking at Instagram and going, he's out for a run. He ran 5 mile. I'm running 6 mile.
Yeah, but it's just like every punch you throw, I'm just thinking Edward Donovan. Like I said, not in like a disrespectful way. It's actually in a respectful way, because that's how much of a hard fight I think it is. So everything I'm doing is with the intention of putting it on to Edward Donovan.
Obviously, coming back home and fighting in Dublin again, sometimes there's going to be more eyes on you being a main event and everything else like that.
Yeah.
You still spots and things for sponsorship and things, Paul. So if any businesses are out there and they're going, we want to sponsor Paul Ryan, he's a main event in Dublin, you have opportunities there for people that want to come involved and sponsor.
Yeah, the opportunity is to come on board for the sexiest man in Irish boxing. You know, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't, you won't. So I'm open to any sponsorship from any company. Get in touch, Paul Ryan Boxing on Instagram, and we can work something out.
I'm trying to think in my head what it was you just said there. Were you doing a bit of rapping there, Paul? Were you?
I was rambling on there. No, don't bother listening.
Well, look, I'll let you and Alyssa obviously go and enjoy some more of your downtime in the airport before.
Yeah, we'll go take in the lovely airport, the Liverpool airport. I think we've been here 40 times this year.
Hopefully you don't spend too much money before your flight home.
Actually, you need to have it to spend it, don't you?
You do. But look, always great to catch up with you. Obviously, I'll catch up with you obviously on Fight Week in October.
Absolutely, Stephen. Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Paul. Take care.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.